Na Fianna's reign as All-Ireland Club Hurling Champions is over after defeat to St Martin's in Wexford Park. That was the headline story on a brilliant weekend of club action. Here are our 5 highlights. Michael Quinlivan shows his class for Clonmel Commercials. Clonmel Commercials are Tipperary senior football champions for a record 22nd time after a 126-1-5 victory over Kilsheal and Kilcash. Michael Quinlivan was the star man and the man of the match, scoring 1-1 in winning his 8th County Senior Football Championship medal for the Commercials.
Mikey Quinlivan again cutting through like butter. Mikey Quinlivan is in for a goal. What a goal! Mikey Quinlivan in the back of the net.
They now advance to the Munster football quarter-finals where they'll face St Finbarrs of Cork. Circa McCartan inspires St Finbarrs. St Finbarrs are through to the Munster Senior Camogie final for the first time after a 219-314 victory over Newcastle West after extra time. Cork's 2-time All-Ireland winning Camogie player Circa McCartan was the star of the show, hitting 1-9 in their victory, including a 21-yard free early on.
Saoirse McCartan takes a shot, she went for it! Oh! What a goal! She went for that, that is a good goal by Saoirse McCartan. I was actually thinking she might go for that, not even, you might think I'm bluffing, I really did.
They will face De La Salle in the final after their defeat of Thurles Sarsfields in the other last 4 clash. Jack Sheridan shines for Naas. Naas are through to the semi-finals of the Leinster Hurling Championship after a 217-117 victory over Mount Leinster Rangers. The sides were level at half-time, but Sheridan's second half goal moved Naas 5 points clear.
You have centre midfielder, that's Evan O'Brien. O'Brien now delivering that ball long there towards Jack Sheridan. Sheridan trying to get away from his man. Jack Sheridan's going in. He's on the 21, he's on the 40, he's in the back of the net. Jack Sheridan with the goal.
Chris Nolan was dismissed for Mount Leinster Rangers with 3/4 of an hour on the clock, but they fought back and cut the margin back to a point late on. But Simon Lacey scored his 4th point of the game to power Naas into the last 4 where they'll face St Martin's of Wexford. Barry O'Connor steps up for St Martin's.
Form here for St Martin's, and there is Rory O'Connor. Just used the hurley to fend off Jack Maher. He's got Barry O'Connor side. Big moment for O'Connor. What a goal! What a goal for St Martin's! There's been new life breathed into St Martin's.
St Martin's defeated Na Fianna in the Leinster Hurling quarter-final after Barry O'Connor's goal with 10 minutes to go. It was a brilliant game in Wexford Park, with referee James McGrath letting the game flow, with Rory O'Connor praising him after the game. Na Fianna scored 2 goals through AJ Murphy and Sean Curry, but Barry O'Connor, the former AFL player, scored a late goal that sent the game in St Martin's direction. McInerney masterclass for Éire Óg. Éire Óg Ennis are through to the Munster Senior Football semi-finals after a 4-point victory over Waterford champs Rathgormack in Cusack Park. Rathgormack got an early goal through Stephen Curry, but they had no match for McInerney, who scored 16 points, including 4 2-pointers, as his side progressed to the last 4, where they'll face Clonmel Commercials or St Finbarrs.
They worked hard for that one, they get it over, and it's another 2-pointer.
Super scorer, just alluding to the earlier, Paul. It's the McInerney and Curry show so far. Really, really good to see here. The best forwards in the country at the moment in the province are showing what they're capable of, with a few great scores and a few great plays so far.
The Jewel Club are also out in the hurling semi-final next weekend, where they'll face Loughmore Castleiney. Keep up to date with all the club action in the Irish Independent.